what is happening in the world of finance and esports. We've got a massive UK government petition. More than 100 firms are demanding VCT reform, and they're bringing their concerns directly to the UK government. This could reshape investment strategies as we know them. Then, buckle up for VCT Champions 2025 in Paris, where the Sentinels are looking to slay the giants of EMEA. This matchup between Sentinels and GiantX was an absolute roller coaster, with incredible plays and high stakes. Who came out on top in this epic clash? And in the world of investment trusts, we're diving deep into the numbers with Maven Renovar VCT PLC. They've just released their unaudited net asset value as of September 18th, and we've got the key figures you need to know. What does this mean for investors? Finally, British Smaller Companies VCT has made a significant move, acquiring its own shares and updating its voting rights. We'll break down what this acquisition means for the company and its shareholders. You've seen the headlines, now get the full story. Hit that like button, subscribe to Legends Nexus, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. UK government faces VCT reform demands. Over 100 firms have officially petitioned the UK government, calling for significant reforms to venture capital trusts. This isn't just a small group, it's a united front from the financial sector pushing for changes that could dramatically impact investment landscapes. The core of their demand centers on improving the VCT scheme, aiming to make it more attractive and sustainable for both investors and the companies they support. This move comes at a critical time when the UK government, under Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, is balancing economic growth with fiscal responsibility. The petition highlights a perceived need to address complexities and potential barriers within the current VCT framework, which could be hindering innovation and investment in smaller businesses. The firms involved are urging for a policy that fosters greater clarity and encourages long-term investment, potentially through tax incentives or streamlined regulatory processes. The VCT sector is vital for funding early-stage companies and driving economic growth, but it requires a supportive regulatory environment. With over 100 firms signing this petition, the message to the government is loud and clear. Reform is needed to ensure the continued success and expansion of the VCT market. The details of the proposed reforms are extensive, and the industry is watching closely to see how the government will respond to this significant collective plea. The financial community is buzzing about this development. Analysts suggest that successful reform could unlock significant capital for innovative startups, while others caution that any changes must be carefully balanced to avoid unintended consequences. Investors and VCT managers alike are expressing hope that this petition will lead to a more robust and investor-friendly VCT landscape, ultimately benefiting the UK's economic future. This financial shakeup is just the beginning of our deep dive today. But before we dive into the next explosive story, can you guess which esports titans are clashing on the global stage? Sentinels vs. GiantX and esports Epic. The VCT Champions 2025 in Paris just delivered an absolute thriller as Sentinels clashed with GiantX in a match that had fans on the edge of their seats. Both teams entered this high-stakes game seeking redemption after falling short in their regional finals, but only one could advance. Map 1, Corrode, picked by Sentinels, saw an intense back-and-forth in the first half, ending in a 6-6 tie. However, Sentinels exploded in the second half, dominating GiantX with a flawless 7-round streak to take the map 13-6, with Zekin leading the charge. But GiantX wasn't backing down. Map 2, Sunset, was GiantX's pick, and they came out firing. They secured a commanding 10-2 lead in the first half, ultimately tying the series with a dominant 13-4 victory, Cloud putting on a show. The decider map, Haven, was anyone's game. Sentinels started strong on attack, securing an 8-4 lead by halftime. Yet, GiantX mounted a miraculous comeback in the second half, going on a crucial win streak to clinch the map 13-9 and the match. It was a true test of resilience, with GiantX's aura and Cloud shining in the clutch. Fans are raving about the incredible comebacks and clutch plays from both teams. This match wasn't just a game, it was a testament to the skill and determination of these esports giants. The incredible performance has Sentinels fighting for their playoff lives against XLG, while GiantX advances to face Paper Rex. This epic showdown has set the stage for an unforgettable VCT Champions tournament. What an incredible display of skill and strategy. But the financial world isn't slowing down either, with important updates from not one, but two venture capital trusts. Maven Renovar VCT NAV revealed. Investors, take note. Maven Renovar VCT PLC has just announced its unaudited net asset value per ordinary share as of September 18, 2025. The figure stands at a crucial 66.64 pence after accounting for income-related adjustments. This NAV announcement is a key indicator for shareholders, providing a snapshot of the trust's current market value and performance. For Maven Renovar VCT, which invests in a portfolio of companies, this figure reflects the underlying value of those investments. The NAV per share is a vital metric for assessing the health and potential returns of the VCT. This update comes as the VCT sector continues to be a significant area of focus for investors seeking opportunities in smaller companies and growth sectors. The transparency provided by these NAV announcements is essential for maintaining investor confidence and allowing for informed decision-making. Shareholders and potential investors will be scrutinizing this figure to gauge the trust's financial standing and future prospects. Numbers don't lie, but sometimes a company's actions speak even louder. Get ready, because our next VCT update involves a surprising move that could impact voting rights. British Smaller Companies VCT BUIS back SHARES. In a significant strategic move, British Smaller Companies VCT PLC has announced the acquisition of over 1.3 million of its own ordinary shares. These shares were purchased at 75.88 pence each and will be held in treasury, representing a notable 0.37% of the company's total voting rights prior to the buyback. This action by British Smaller Companies VCT is more than just a financial transaction. It's a signal about the company's valuation and its confidence in its own future. By reducing the number of outstanding shares available in the market, the company aims to potentially increase the net asset value per share and signal strength to investors. The adjusted net asset value per share is now reported at 79.35 pence, a figure that shareholders will be closely watching, especially following a recent dividend payment. This share repurchase is particularly relevant for shareholders needing to make regulatory notifications under the FCA's rules, as the total share count with voting rights has been updated. The market is interpreting this move as a positive indicator, with technical sentiment signals showing a strong buy. This proactive step by British Smaller Companies VCT underscores its commitment to shareholder value and its strategic positioning within the venture capital trust landscape. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. But before you go, let's do a lightning recap of everything we covered. And that's a wrap on today's breakdown. We saw over 100 firms petition the UK government for VCT reform. Sentinels battled GiantX in an epic VCT Champions showdown. Maven Renovar VCT dropped its latest net asset value, and British Smaller Companies VCT made a strategic share acquisition. Don't miss out on any of the action. Smash that like button, subscribe to Legends Nexus for all your finance and esports news, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our socials. We'll see you in the next one.